The Indian freedom movement is marked by the unforgettable contributions of many great men who sacrificed everything to liberate our motherland. Among these heroes stands Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, a man who dedicated his entire life to India's independence. Born to fight for freedom, he lived and struggled till his last breath. Even while living away from his beloved homeland, Netaji exemplified the spirit of karma sadhana. With unwavering determination, indomitable courage, boundless sacrifice, and remarkable bravery, he built a formidable organization abroad, setting an inspiring example for the world. Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23 January 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha. His parents, Janki Nath Bose and Prabhavati Devi, played significant roles in his early life. After completing his primary education in Cuttack, he enrolled in Ravenshaw Collegiate School in 1909. The school's principal, Beni Madhav Das, left a profound impact on young Subhash's mind. By the age of 15, he had thoroughly studied the works of Swami Vivekananda, which greatly influenced his thoughts and actions. Subhash passed his BA Honours examination in 1919 with first division, securing second place at Calcutta University. His father wished for him to join the ICS, that is the Indian Civil Services, so he went to England, passed the ICS examination in the year 1920 and secured fourth position in the merit list. However, he chose to leave his job and dedicate his entire life to the Indian freedom struggle. The first meeting between Gandhiji and Subhash Chandra Bose took place on 20th July 1921. At that time, Gandhiji had initiated the non-cooperation movement against the British government. Although Subhash was not entirely loyal to Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement, he supported it and even went to jail. He believed that only the voice of the powerful holds real power in the Indian freedom movement. Subhash thought that excessive non-violence was responsible for the country's downfall. He was of the opinion that instead of humility and pleading before the British government, one should assert their stance with a loud voice. When the Simon Commission came to India in 1928, the Congress showed it black flags. Subhash Chandra Bose led this movement efficiently in Calcutta. Terrified by the revolutionary activities of Subhash Chandra Bose, the British government arrested him in 1925 and sent him to Mandalay jail in Myanmar. In 1930, while still in jail, he was elected the mayor of Calcutta, forcing the government to release him. In 1932, he was imprisoned again. Due to illness, the government allowed him to go to Europe for treatment. Upon returning to India in 1938, he was elected president of the Haripur Congress. Subhash Ji's revolutionary ideas led to strong differences with the leaders of his own party. Despite these differences, in 1939, he defeated Pattabhi Sitaramaiah in the election for Congress president. He resigned from the post of president and formed a party called Forward Bloc on 3 May 1939. Soon, many young men joined his party. Subhash and his organization, Forward Bloc, started a campaign of public awareness to further intensify the freedom movement. His youth brigade raised the Harvard Pillar in Calcutta to the ground overnight. As a result, the British government imprisoned the prominent leaders of the Forward Bloc, including Subhash. While in captivity, he wrote a letter to the government warning them to release him, otherwise he would refuse to live. "It is in my hands to decide whether I live or die. The blood of martyrs is the seed of religion. I must die today so that India becomes independent and glorious. I have to tell my countrymen, do not forget that slavery is the first sin for man." This letter had a serious impact on the government. Due to his hunger strike, the government had to release him. At this time, the Second World War was ongoing. The government did not want Subhash to remain free during the war, so he was put under house arrest. In January 1941, evading the police, he disappeared in disguise and reached Germany. In December 1941, Japan declared war against the British. On 4th July 1943, Subhash Chandra Bose took command of the Azad Hind Fauj. The soldiers of the Azad Hind Fauj called him Netaji. Jai Hind, Dilli chalo, Lal Kila hamara hai. Tum mujhe khoon do, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. These were some of his powerful slogans. On 21st October 1943, as the Supreme Commander of the Azad Hind Fauj, he established the Provisional Government of India in Singapore, which was recognized by 9 countries. He set up the headquarters of the Azad Hind Fauj in Singapore and Rangoon, and formed a women's regiment named the Rani Jhansi Regiment. In July 1944, Subhash Chandra Bose, speaking on Azad Hind Radio, addressed Gandhiji as the father of the nation and declared that nobody would be more happy than ourselves if by any chance our countrymen at home should succeed in liberating themselves through their own efforts, or by any chance the British government accepts your Quit India resolution and gives effect to it. We are, however, proceeding on the assumption that neither of the above is possible, and that a struggle is inevitable. Father of our nation, in this holy war for India's liberation, we ask for your blessings and good wishes. With the help of the Japanese army, the Azad Hind Fauj conquered the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, renaming them Shahid Dweep and Swarajya Dweep, respectively. In this sequence, both armies together attacked Imphal and Kohima. After winning these areas, Subhash Chandra Bose celebrated Shahidi Divas on 22nd September 1944. However, with Japan's defeat, the tide of war turned. The British gained the upper hand, and Netaji had to retreat. It is believed that on 18th August 1945, while en route to Manchuria by plane, he went missing. On 23rd August 1945, Tokyo Radio reported that his plane had crashed near Taihoku Airport, leaving him badly injured. He succumbed to his injuries in Taihoku Military Hospital. The incident of 18th August 1945 is still an unanswered mystery in Indian history. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was a multifaceted personality. A writer, soldier, philosopher, politician, efficient administrator, commander, speaker, and visionary. He was a spiritual saint by nature. For the freedom of the country, he chose the path of struggle, but his attitude was ultimately spiritual. This brave son of Mother India, due to his unwavering love for the motherland, made his name immortal in history forever.